Hi, caregivers. My name is Sarah Picard-Taylor. I'm a staff developer at the Teachers College Reading and Writing Project and also a mom of an elementary school age child. I wanted to spend some time today talking with you about how to have an editing party with your first or second grader. I'm calling it an editing party so that it sounds a little bit fun for both you and your child. First, a little bit about why editing is important at this young age. So the reason why we ask kids to reread their writing and notice if there's anything to fix up is because more than anything, we want them to get in that habit of mind that you write a little, then reread a little and fix up what you can. They may not be able to fix up everything. They're young and they're learning. They're learning more about spelling. They're learning more about punctuation from their teachers. And as they learn more, we'll expect them and hold them more accountable for more. So, what I suggest to get your party started is just grab a couple of little party bags. Maybe you have some leftover goodie bags from birthday parties or other family celebrations. Grab a little party bag, whatever you've got laying around, right? And then drop in the little party bag a few things that you know your child has learned and both their spelling and grammar work at school. So perhaps your second grader has learned a little bit about where to put quotation marks in their writing. So drop that one in. Or if you have a first grader who you know has studied capitalization at the beginning of a sentence or capitalization of proper nouns. Or maybe your first grader and second grader has studied end punctuation, periods, question marks, exclamation points. So you could write end punctuation on one of these little slips of paper. And then the editing party begins. Ask your child to get out their piece of writing and maybe you take out your own. It's important that the child has their writing in front of them. They don't pass it over to you and you become the editor with the red pen. They're in charge. They're independent. We want this to become a skill that becomes their own, so they need to have it in front of them. They hold the pen, they hold the paper. And then they get to stick their hand inside the goodie bag and pull one thing out, the first thing that they'll edit for during the editing party. And so let's say that they pull out the quotation marks. They're going to reread their writing and make sure they have quotation marks in the appropriate places. So then their job is to reread their piece of writing page by page and check for this. And your job, perhaps, as the party coach, is to coach them on, cheer them on, point out the places where they've done this accurately in their writing, and then say something like, reread that part one more time. Check that. Is that where you want the quotation mark to go? Will that signal to your reader that someone has begun talking or stopped talking? If they need more support, you can open up a text, maybe a book that they're reading, a chapter book that they're reading, and show them how another writer has assigned the quotation marks. Practice with another sentence or two. It'll be fun for both of you, especially when you do it in this playful way. After you finish with one thing, you can drop that back in the bag, and maybe you'll pick out another one and edit for something else. It's important to do these just one at a time so as not to overwhelm our kids with 6 or 7 different things to edit for on a page. Soon, each of these things will become a habit of mind and they'll be able to do it on their own without a party with you. They'll be able to write a little bit, reread a little bit, and then edit. Families, caregivers, thank you so much for all you do every day. Take good care.